Hello and welcome to Chitta Diaries. So apologies for looking this rough, but yeah, I literally want to dive just straight into this styling video. This is a continuation of my wash day video where I try to do a moisturizing routine featuring the Anjaki's Curls and Coils line. I will leave a link in the description box if you'd like to watch that. But yeah, today I will be trying out the Anjaki's Curl La, and I last used this 3 years ago when I first big jobbed and was newly natural, later on as an adult, for the first time. And my hair was very short. I remember using the whole Curls and Coils line for a good 4 months before I ran out and then moved on to like a different line. But I have never repurchased this for some reason, and I was just curious to see how it would work on hair that is much longer. But yes, my plan is to do Bantu knotouts inspired by said video from 3 years ago. And yeah, I will just get straight into it. So I haven't used this yet. This is a new container, and this is what it looks like. It's actually reminding me of the deep conditioner. Like if you've watched my wash day routine, it kind of has the consistency of the deep conditioner. Even the smell, it's so odd. But yeah, I will get right into it. So what I have in my hair right now is the Quench leave-in, and I applied it to soaking wet hair and just left it in some plaits. And the reason why I have sectioned my hair this way is because in the past, if I did, like the typical YouTube, like 4 sections where you part your hair down the middle and off to the sides, I have thin scalpy hair, as you can tell. So I might be working in 4 sections, and then I set my hair that way. And then once I'm done and I take it down when it's dry and ready to be worn out, there would always be this, like glaring parting down the middle of my head, which is very difficult to blend. So that's why I like to... My neighbors, if you can hear them, I apologize. But yeah, so that's why I part my hair from side to side, and even up here, like I have 3 separate sections just because this section is larger. But yeah, hopefully you get the point. And then I also don't have a part down the middle because I won't be wearing a middle part. If I was wearing a middle part, then yes, this front section would have a parting down there. And yeah, I shall get into it.
So it was now time for me to apply the Curl, and according to Anjaki's, the Curl Defining Curl Custard delivers long-lasting control and definition to curls, waves, coils, frizzy hair, and braid outs. Moisture-rich and blended with natural ingredients for healthier looking and feeling ringlets, Curl won't cause buildup, flake, or leave hair feeling stiff and dry. Use a little or a lot to create soft, elongated, bouncy curls and waves, tight, scrunchy curls, or springy coils. In terms of directions, they say we are to apply generously to wet or dry hair, gently massage into scalp, and work through hair from roots to ends. You may style as desired. And for tight, scrunchy curls or coils, blow dry hair on a light setting with a diffuser. And for elongated, stretchy, bouncy curls or waves, apply and then finger style hair into place while blow drying on a light setting, or allow hair to air dry. So as you can see, I opted to do Bantu knotouts in this particular day. And after reading the directions, I do recall way back that I would actually diffuse my hair. So for all of you heat lovers, you can do that. But yeah, I tend to air dry, and it does take quite some time. But if you're, I guess, into using even just a hooded dryer, well, this is the product for you. So just one more demo here of a Bantu knotout. I would take down those plaits that had the leave-in in them, and then apply the Curl to my strands and then smooth it through. Now in retrospect, I I hadn't done like a Bantu knot out in a really long time, and I had forgotten that for a style like a Bantu knot out or even just a primrose set, you ideally have to go in with some sort of styling tool, even as you are smoothing, to make sure that there are no tangles, because your hair can sometimes mat, and that did happen to me unfortunately with this particular set. But yeah, I smoothed it through with my fingers. I should have used at least my Denman brush, but yeah. So when I'm doing my Bantu knot outs, in fact, I do have an old tutorial, but it's the exact same thing where I leave some space for me to work with as I am twirling it around. And then this just ensures that I'm not making the Bantu knot out too tight. It's kind of loose and it doesn't cause much tension. And for someone like me who air dries for 2 days for a style like this, at least it's not pulling on my scalp. So it's nice and loose. Yeah. And then I would just demonstrate on one more Bantu knot. So I would just take down a plait that had the leave-in in it, and then get some of the curl la and apply it to the ends of my hair. Then just smooth it through. I would get a bit more and apply to my ends, because I wanted this to just, like literally be on all my strands. I wanted the product to be spread out nice and evenly, so it could be as smooth as possible during the takedown. Then I just twirled it as per usual. That is how I set my Bantu knots.
So I am done putting these Bantu knots into my head, and it's been really long since I've done a Bantu knot out. I honestly don't think this is something I would do often, like maybe like 3 times a year, maximum 4. And if my hair had to get longer, you guys, like it would be a wrap. Like I think I would end with these Bantu knots at mid-length. I don't think I could honestly commit to doing a Bantu knot out with much longer hair, but yeah. I am done with setting in the style. I will sleep with, oopsies, excuse my phone in the background, with a satin scarf, and I will let this air dry. So today is Saturday, it's like around 17 hours or 5 p.m. right now, and I will take this out Monday morning before going to work. Like I feel like I have to wake up 2 hours earlier than I usually do to take this down and record it for you and not be late for work. But yes, I will see you in that clip.
So that is how much I had used in the jar, and this I think will last me a long time. I think I've had 6 wash days and I still have like a good third of some product left. So yeah, this was now 2 days later, and it was time for me to take down my hair. Thankfully it was fully dried.
So these were quite comfortable to sleep in because I didn't do them too tightly to begin with. So I will just use some sweet almond oil. So this isn't the actual product that I'm using. I just kept the bottle. So I purchased it, like it ran out, and then I added like 100% cold pressed sweet almond oil to this because I like the tip.
So I just tried to be as gentle as possible as I was taking it down. And unfortunately, yeah, like some parts had matted, which was really annoying. But I would just tug at them to kind of separate the hair. And then, like the YouTubers say, I would just feel for where my hair wants to naturally separate, and then that's where I would, separate it. I wouldn't force a parting, or at least I tried not to reduce on frizz. And here's one more demo in the back. This one had no knotting initially, and that is how my Bantu knot outs should have just, separated easily. But there was, yeah, a bit of matting, and I had to tug at it, and it created a bit of frizz. So I had chosen to do small ones because my hair is thin and they're easier to blend, like in terms of partings. But I think in the future, if I do this again, I would try larger Bantu knot outs. Hopefully, I remember that the next time I do it. And then whenever my fingers would feel dry, I would just get a bit more of that sweet almond oil and rub it, yeah, on my palms before continuing. So the front section of my hair, or just, this part at least.
So my hair like kind of compressed or like matted around itself in certain areas. So I'm just trying to be gentle and taking it down. And like I'm not too pressed for definition. Like I rarely am with Bantu knots because my hair is kinky, and yeah. Like over the years, I just take whatever is given to me when I do a Bantu knot out, so as not to cry whether my hair isn't as defined as possible. Because for a style that takes 2 days to set, I'm just like I will take or get whatever it gives to me once I take it down.
So this particular Bantu knot was just a mess, as you can see. It was knotted everywhere. Is it knotted or matted? I think, yeah, the word I should use is matted.
Done taking out the Bantu knots. Is there flaking? Just a bit. My hair actually feels quite nice. It feels really nice and soft and moisturized, and I'm happy. I will not hate on the Curl Lala and Quench combination. And just in case anybody was wondering why I didn't seal it with an oil during the install, I was just trying something out because I have thin, low porosity hair, and I usually use like a liquid leave-in, and then I will use like a styler and an oil and the like. But because the Quench is a creamy leave-in, and yeah, plus a curlala, I wanted to just try 2 products instead of 3 so as not to weigh my hair down, because I don't think I need that much product for my strands of hair. But yeah, I'm not wondering how I'm going to style this. Give me a minute. But before I do, I can just do a quick spin. And I apologize if you are unimpressed with the lack of definition and the like, but I'm okay with it. It's cool. So this is me just trying to fill in any gaps that might be showing my scalp, but I'm not combing it all the way through. Why do I feel like this is flaking? Like I'm seeing like little specks, flying around. I want to do side parts, not side parts, but to pin my hair to the side, maybe. Or I actually brought a headband. Let's see what it would look like with a headband. Oh no! did pin up the sides. The headband wasn't working out. Yeah, I think this is my final look. And it's a 5-day work week, so we we are back in the office. Okay, for me, 5 days a week. So I hope this will last me a week. And yeah, I will get back at the end of the week. I also show you my nighttime and morning routine and just let you know how long it lasts and what it looks like. But yeah, we shall see you in subsequent clips.
So this was the end of the first day. So this was like Monday night. And for my nighttime routine for these Bantu knots, I just took the bobby pins I'd used to create a fro hawk, if I can call it that, and put on a satin lined bonnet. Like that was literally my nighttime routine. And then the next morning, which was a Tuesday, this is what my hair was looking like. I just got some sweet almond oil, applied it to my hands before messing with my hair, and it was smooshed as expected. And I just kind of rubbed my fingers through, tried to fluff my hair out first with my fingers as much as possible without messing with it too much. Like, just trying to just make it as big as possible is what I was trying to do there. And I went in with a white tooth comb, not combing it all the way through, but just the roots to fluff it. So I really didn't like day 2. I honestly felt like I looked rough, but I kept it going, and I just smoothed the sides, and I chose to just pin the sides and maintain that style. So when I'm pinning the sides, I just thought I should note, in case you're new to this, I tend to smooth my hair and then pinch it before I pin it. Like if I just lay it flat, it fails to grip all my hair at once. So yeah, just a little trick or a hack is that you have to pinch your hair if you're going to pin it up that way, and hopefully that makes sense. And then I also went in with some edge control, which is new. Like I think YouTube has made me use edge control, because like out in real life I wasn't really an edge control person until this year. But yeah, that's the edge control I used from Jackie's, and I just applied like the bare minimum on my hairline. And then I decided to just go in and just shape the fro hawk better, some added pins at the very top. And like I said, day 2 was a struggle. Like it was a struggle, but I was just like, here I am. I would just work with what I have. And then this was day 3, and of course with each day that was going by, there was just less and less definition, and I actually liked it. Like the bigger that it got, like taking this back, I actually liked how it was looking overall. I don't know, let me know what you think. But this was day 3, and I basically did the exact same thing as the previous days, as well as for day 4. So this was a Thursday, I'm sure. Just applied some sweet almond oil, fluffed it with my fingers, as well as a white tooth comb, pinned the sides, and added some edge control. And this was day 4. So for day 5, which was a Friday, I decided to just refresh it, or attempt to see what quote-unquote refreshing would be on a Bantu knot out with the products that I'd used to set it. And because it was the last day, like I was fine with it not working out. So yeah, I went in again with this headband. Okay, like so I'm using the quench leave-in rather, and I just kind of rubbed it over my hair. Like I didn't want to like thoroughly work it into my hair. I was just trying to refresh the curls in like a topical way, if that makes sense, just to give it a bit more luster if that was possible. But then it ended up giving it, I don't want to use the word moisture, but maybe it is moisture, but it kind of got wet and it reduced the definition that was there already. So I also just applied some to my hairline. And I was just trying to make it as big as possible. So the plan was to have big hair on this last day. No definition, but just like minimal, curl or coil patterns at the top. And then I also went in with the curl la la, applied some, and again just went over like my hair. Like I wasn't trying to moisturize my hair. I was just trying to kind of refresh the style with a bit of product, even though it ended up feeling kind of heavy because these are both creamy products. Yeah. So I just did that, fluffed it, tried to make it big. This is what it was looking like. Then I also used my wide tooth comb. As well as brushed my hairline. So I really wanted to try this headband because I hadn't worn it in a very long time and it used to be like one of my favorite hair accessories, but I think it's time to retire it. Like it just failed, like it refused. So yeah, I was just like, let me just behave myself. And I didn't want to do the whole side thing. Oh, there I was just showing you that refreshing my hair with those products was a bit heavy. It left a bit of flaking, yeah. So these aren't products I think I would use like every single day or twice a day. Like they're kind of heavy, maybe once every couple of days, and I have to make sure I wash it. But anyways, I opted to just repurpose this into a high puff, and this is what my high puff was looking like. I actually feel like I should do a high puff tutorial later on, so yeah, you can stay tuned for that. Might be a week or a month from now, but this is what my hair looked like on that final day, which was a Friday. And then this was Friday night and the end of my styling week.
Whew. So it is the end of the day. Today is a Friday, so it's the end of my work week. And let me just give my final thoughts on how this week has gone. So I know I started off like with the Bantu knockouts complaining about how much work they were to put in. They really were. Like I was cussing the entire time and saying like, I feel like I have one more Bantu knockout within me and then I'm done for the rest of my life. But yeah, it was a lot to do, but I liked the fact that once my hair had been separated and put in individual twirls or whatnot, it kind of helped stretch my hair and just keep it apart so it wasn't really tangling around itself too much. So that is how I have lasted an entire week without really messing with my hair too much. It was just on this last day because I was, like I wanted to just refresh it. I mean, if you're someone who loves to look fresh and you're doing a Bantu knot out, I guess you'd have to do one every 2 weeks at the very least midweek. But I am very lazy and I didn't care. Like I know I was pushing it, but I'm also glad that I was able to achieve a low manipulation hairstyle for a full week. Granted. Now, how does my hair feel with regards to the styling products that I use? It actually feels really nice. Like it feels quite nice and yeah, it feels good. I feel like I have my elasticity back. And if you watched my previous styling review with the carrot oil, I will leave a link in the description box. Like I did a strengthening treatment last week and my hair was just hard and stiff. So I'm happy to see my elasticity back. That's great for me. But yeah, overall, my wash day session with the shampoo and the conditioner, I didn't really like it. But now that I added the styling products, especially the leave-in and the curl la, I think everything worked well together and it actually did what it was supposed to do, which was moisturize my hair. So that's cool. I like that. and I will end here. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I actually want to do mini twists. I shamed them. I said that I needed a break, but it's just been 2 weeks of me dealing with my hair. Granted, I did 2 weeks of low manipulation hairstyles, but I'm just like, it's time to go back to the mini twist that was serving some sort of purpose. And yeah, I just need to go back to that. So I will install some mini twists this weekend and keep them in for 2 weeks. But yeah, otherwise, thank you once again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
So just before we go, I just thought I could add this clip of how I took it down, because I feel like it's really important. If you did a style that had a lot of texture or just shrinkage, and you're dealing with tangles, it's not advisable to just jump into a shower and wash your hair. Just try and take the time and the effort, and just make sure you have that patience and the right products to thoroughly detangle your hair before you go in and shampoo it. So I just applied some water to a small section at a time. And then this time I didn't just use oil, I used the Not On My Watch Instant Detangling Therapy. It's nice and thick, and it has so much slip, so you don't have to use this product, but whatever product gives you the most slip. It could be a rinse out conditioner. Just take your time, make sure you work out all those tangles. I know I had a lot of tangles that day, so yeah, that's why I wanted to just add this part, because I felt that it was really important that even as you're adding a style, definitely make sure that the aftercare is taken into account. And yeah, once I was done detangling and just making sure that all those like serious knots or the matting that the style may have left had been handled or dealt with, then I just twisted it up like I usually do. I have a wash day routine which you can watch if you're interested, and proceeded with my next wash day. Thank you so much for watching. I will end here for now, for real this time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.